I won't say that this is the best movie I've seen this year, but it's pretty damn close, and it's for sure the movie that's hit me the hardest.
Okay.
The one that's
moved
me the most.
There are emotions.
Okay, so
the emotions are powerful. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready as fuck.
Oh, he's ready. He's ready as fuck.
Yeah. We're flying without a net here, dude. We're going off the deep end, you could say.
I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. We in.
What's up, guys? I'm fucking really excited for this episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Chris and Kyle Show.
I'm more hype.
I'm Kyle.
I'm more hype for this spoiler episode than any spoiler episode that we've done so far.
Oh, wow. So Chris just saw A Star Is Born.
Okay.
And he was like, let's do an episode right now. And I was like, all right, cool.
We recorded a fucking longer form episode yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I
brought it up.
Yeah. And we talked about A Star Is Born and I talked about how, I've been seeing clips of A Star Is Born and Lady Gaga fucking going up on stage and singing that song that
Shallow. It
Shallow.
will be nominated for an Oscar, I guarantee.
Yeah. Is there any world that we would live in that it wouldn't be nominated for an Oscar? I mean, Lego Movie didn't get nominated for an Oscar, so
Dad, you can't fully trust them, but it will. It will for sure. So this movie is directed by first-time director Bradley Cooper, who also stars in the movie.
yes.
The only people that really matter: Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, Sam Elliott.
You would say?
And even Sam Elliott is like nowhere near as important as the other two.
I would say, who is the guy that plays her manager?
Her manager?
I would
he's
be
important to the
remiss
story,
if we didn't
but-
bring him up. He's important to the story.
Rafi Gavron.
He's
You know what? You know what else? Dave Chappelle
Okay.
is in it.
Also,
And one more person I would like to say, because he's from Hamilton, Anthony Ramos. Okay, I lied.
Anthony
Anthony
is he
Ramos, her best
friend?
friend.
Okay.
Is from
do you know
Hamilton.
who her dad is?
Yeah, what's his name? He's got 3 names.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's got 3 names.
Or he's got one name.
Just tell me it.
Dice.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Andrew Dice
Yeah,
Clay.
that's right. Yeah.
There's multiple stand-up
that's
comedians
true.
in this.
Now that like I think about it more, I'm like, yeah, there's more
Fucking
than just-
Eddie Griffin makes a cameo
I don't know
appearance.
who that is.
Eddie Griffin's another stand-up comedian.
I mean,
He was
I
in-
assume because you just said stand-up
Yeah.
comedians.
The dude that did it was Dave Chappelle's cousin, I think.
Oh,
that
okay.
Did
the wedding.
ceremony. Yeah, he did the wedding.
Cool. Spoilers, baby.
Yeah, spoilers. Fucking see A Star Is Born. I'll say that. I'll preface this with that.
Yeah.
I won't say that this is the best movie I've seen this year, but it's pretty damn close, and it's for sure the movie that's hit me the hardest.
Okay.
The one that's
moved
me the
There
most.
are emotions.
Okay, so
The emotions are powerful.
like I've said before, like I've been addicted to just seeing that clip of Lady Gaga sing that song, and I think that like
And you didn't even know the song. I thought you knew the song. You just knew like that part of the chorus.
Yeah,
And that was it.
That's it. Because I've seen
Yeah.
that clip so many times because I'm infatuated with it.
It's so good.
And I'm just like there's certain moments in film that I'm fascinated with. Like there's that I can't separate myself from. I love them, you know. And it's to me it's the pinnacle of film, even though it I can't explain it in a lot of senses. Like the beginning of Taxi Driver is one. Fucking there's a part in Serpico where Al Pacino is talking to his neighbor and he's talking about his garden, and I love it. The way that he's talking it, like it just brings me in, and it's movies like this are fucking why I want to be involved with film. You know, the shit that gives me these kind of emotions, this kind of movement within me. There are 2 times that I cried throughout this movie, which seems like it's not a lot.
Yeah, you could cry way more.
Right. The first time was when you see Lady Gaga's character, Ally, come out onto the stage with Bradley Cooper for the first time. And it is her performing in front of a huge audience.
He's a rock star.
He's a rock star.
It's like tens of thousands of people. It's
Do
like
you want
stadium.
to give a little summary? First?
Remember when I told you that they had to shoot a scene in 10 minutes between Coachella? That was it.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And fucking incredible.
It's crazy.
To me,
that's the best part of the movie?
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
There's a lot of good parts.
There's a lot of good parts. That's my favorite song. That's my favorite musical moment in the movie.
All right, so summary of this film.
Oh, yeah. So A Star Is Born, the 4th iteration of the story. There have been 3 other ones done throughout time.
One with Chris Christopherson, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That played Bradley Cooper's character?
And Barbara Streisand was in one, and another really famous actress. I can't remember. Anyway, A Star is Born is about an older rock star, essentially, in this film played by Bradley Cooper. His name is Jackson Maine. And he basically discovers Lady Gaga's character, Ally, singing at a drag bar, or at a drag show at a gay bar. And she's fucking incredible. She's singing a song in French. And he's like just infatuated.
La vie en rose.
Yeah, he's infatuated with her and with her talent, and they very quickly spark up a relationship and a working relationship. And the movie is about basically her journey to stardom and his downfall, basically.
Yeah. So spoilers upcoming. I cried to 2 moments in this movie. The first one was Lady Gaga coming out and singing that song, which that song,
it's amazing.
It's incredible, right?
It's an amazing song.
And
She wrote it too.
I thought
she wrote that song, brought it to Bradley Cooper, and was like, "Hey, I've got this song."
Lady Gaga wrote that motherfucking song. Are you kidding me? I thought
She
it
wrote
was
a
like,
lot- no,
I thought
she
it was
wrote-
in the previous iterations.
She wrote a bunch of the music for this movie.
Wow.
She worked with her normal writing partner and somebody else that's involved with the movie. And worked
Oh
on
my
writing
god,
a
dude!
lot of the
I'm
music.
literally getting fucking chills right now
She
thinking
wrote
about
a
it.
lot of the music in this movie. And,
Okay.
Well, it's kind of a cool story. She brought that song to Bradley Cooper, and he was like, "Oh man, this is great." But when she had originally written it, was just for Ally. So he was like, "This is a cool idea," and like. At first, they were going to put it at the end of the movie, and they were like, this is like a good climactic song. And then they were like, but then he was like, no, what if we did it as a duet? And it was sort of like it's what kicked everything off, kind of. And so they changed it around like that, which is super cool.
I'm getting fucking
Can I or tell me the other part you cried, and I'll tell you if that's also when I cried.
So, when Bradley Cooper kills himself.
Yeah, there's the wide shot from outside the garage with the light, with the lights and the dog.
I started crying before that.
That shot killed me.
So,
because like the whole time I was sitting, like he was going through the process, like he grabbed the pills and then he was like stumbling around the driveway and then he grabbed his belt right after we had heard the story like 15, 20 minutes prior about him doing it earlier.
Let's be a little bit more inclusive here
Sorry.
as far as some of a lot of the story, so that people that haven't seen it.
Yeah.
As Ally gets bigger, she sort of has the problem of like staying to
Grounded.
her roots and staying grounded, and even Jack, Bradley Cooper's character, tells her like
Fucking calls her out on it.
He says, "Dig into your fucking soul."
Yeah.
Because like people are listening to you right now, and it's not going to be forever. And Bradley Cooper has a problem with drugs and alcohol, like a majority of rock stars do. And you also find out that he has kind of a fucked up childhood. You know, his mom died at childbirth. His dad was an alcoholic.
His 17-year-old mom died in childbirth, and he is the son of a 63-year-old man.
Yeah.
And his brother is fucking Sam Elliott. He's so much older.
Yeah.
I thought Sam Elliott was going to be his dad from the trailers.
Yeah. And he used to drink with his dad all the time. And there's a moment in the story where Jack is talking to somebody that he's talking to somebody from therapy because he's trying to rebuild himself.
He's in rehab.
He's in rehab.
He's in a rehab center.
Yeah.
And he's speaking to
and
someone.
he's there for fucking months.
2 months, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because literally his darkest moment, his fucking rock bottom moment was him pissing himself on a stage
At the
Grammys when Ally, his now wife,
new artist of the
wins
year.
Best New Artist of the Year. So he embarrasses her, her entire family's.
He potentially ruins his own career
and her career, potentially. But there is amongst that, there is also a backdrop of with Ally's career and her manager and the discord between her and her manager, because her manager is constantly telling her, oh, like you need to dye your hair, oh, you need backup dancers.
He's a little more subtle about it though.
Yes,
he's like kind of conniving
really
about it.
It's really fucking good.
Like he gets her to do the things that in the beginning she didn't want to do without her really arguing about it that much. Bradley Cooper is the one who stands up against it more than she does.
Because he knows that type of person.
Yeah.
And he knows, like, it's like he recognizes the pattern because he's seen it so many times before. So, I mean, I think that's why he immediately was very detached from Ally's journey and you know, this manager approaching her and saying like, oh, we're going to make you a fucking star.
Yeah.
You know, he was kind of like, well, you know, I'm happy for you, but I can see down the road here and this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
and that made him fucking dive deeper into his own alcoholism and his own fucking disease. So he's talking to his therapist, and he tells this story, which is like funny and tragic, because before the age of 13, and we know that his dad dies at the age of 13. Before the age of 13, he tries hanging himself from a ceiling fan
with his belt,
and the ceiling fan comes down, and it fucked up his forehead or something. Yeah, it gave him like a scar or something. And he was more pissed about that than he was the fact that he couldn't kill himself.
Yeah.
But the sad part about it, other than the fact that he tried to kill himself and it didn't work, was the fact that his dad didn't even notice.
He didn't even notice because his dad was a drunk.
Yeah, and it was like literally sitting there for like half a year. The ceiling fan was just sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
So
the context of that scene comes back later in the scene we were talking about when Bradley Cooper, again, as now an adult, tries to kill himself again.
But the sort of the inciting incident that brings this to point is
the manager.
Exactly. So Bradley Cooper comes back from rehab. He's
doing good.
He's
happy.
clean. He's drinking water. He's swimming.
Soda water, baby.
And like literally, there's a scene with him playing with his dog, like on his ranch.
That's his real dog.
And oh, really? That's fucking adorable.
Yeah.
And Lady Gaga's in there playing piano, and then he comes in and then shows her this song that he wrote for her, and it's a love song, and it's fucking. It doesn't.
It's the song that plays over the end credits.
And. Then the manager comes in, and the manager is sitting down after she leaves, and the manager is sitting down with Bradley Cooper, and he looks at him, and he's like, we're not really friends here.
Yeah.
And the manager is like, you have no idea what you did. Like, we've been basically playing triage here and cleaning up your mess. She'll never tell you this because
she loves you too.
She loves you too much, and you almost derailed her career. And let's be honest here, it's going to be a short amount of time before that water gets exchanged back to the real thing. And I don't want her anywhere near you when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hardcore.
And Bradley Cooper doesn't really say anything. Lady Gaga comes back, and Lady Gaga Allie lays down with Jack. And fucking puts her head on his chest and starts saying like, "Oh well, my tour is canceled. They're
called off the European leg of her tour."
And she's straight up lying to him, because like we know that she's canceling these tour dates because of Jack, because she wants to bring Jack on these tour dates.
Yeah, and the manager said she couldn't,
and the manager said
she was like, "Screw it, we're not doing it."
Exactly. And whether or not Jack knew, right? So I knew in like just from the look in his eyes, like in that moment, I knew he was going to kill himself.
You really?
In that moment, I was like, he's about to die. I was like, he's about to commit suicide.
So did you, you had no knowledge about any of the other? Nope. Me neither. I've never seen.
At least I
didn't know the story of any of the other.
I am not consciously aware of any of the previous versions, but here's the thing: I don't know if like something slipped in there before.
Maybe.
Like I heard someone say, because I knew about. I had some like loose knowledge. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Chris Christopherson played this character before. And I talked to
different names though.
But I'm pretty sure I talked to my old boss, Bill Austin. But we used to talk about music and movies and shit before. But I think we saw like when this trailer first came out or something. I talked to him about it, and he was like, yeah, that he's really big into movies too. But we were talking about one of the original versions. But when that happened, when like I saw that look in his face, like when she was straight up lying to him, and then he says to her, he's like, I'll meet you there. I was like, he's about to get.
And then one last time he does the, hey, I just want to see you. I just want to see you on the see your face one more time. And then she does that thing.
Yeah.
See, I would like held out hope. I was like, no, like, I hope he, stops himself through the whole, like, there was the shot of him with the belt and him, putting his hat. There was the shot of him putting his hat down on the table and like all. And I, to the last moment, I was like, "Come on, you can get through it." And then they do the wide shot, and you just see him through the garage window, and I just broke me.
Mm-hmm. And his dog, is just like outside sitting there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah, at that point, I just started fucking bawling. I was just bawling.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when it went back to Allie's character and you see the fallout of what Jack did to himself.
She starts trashing all those posters and stuff.
And yeah, I kept fucking crying.
Great scene with her and Sam Elliott, where they talk about Jack.
Who's at fault?
And whose fault? And Sam Elliott is like, it's his fault.
Yeah, like it's nobody else but his.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
Continue weeping. And I get to is it like a memorial performance? I'm guessing.
It almost comes across as like they were doing, how they do in the Grammys and the Oscars. They do an in memoriam segment. It was almost seemed like that.
Yeah, and Allie comes out and she sings that last song,
dude. When it cuts from her doing this crazy, huge, powerful, emotional performance, and then it hard cuts to the very end, and it's just Bradley Cooper singing at the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. So sad, so tragic, but just so good.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit fucking hit me hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's an incredible movie.
Mm-hmm.
And like the scene at the beginning, like I can be overwhelmed by beauty. And fucking it can just grab a hold of me, and I can, even when it's, like I remember fucking watching Moneyball in college, when we fucking Redboxed it. Mm-hmm. And after like we took the DVD out of the fucking Xbox or whatever, I was like this is why I watch movies. This is why I want to do what I want to do. Mm-hmm. Because it's just that movement, and I would never say that like Moneyball is like my favorite movie, but it's there. Yeah, mm-hmm. It's like
it's about the moments and the feelings.
But not just that, but like the fucking relatability of it. This is gonna get really fucking dark. Fucking, I've been hospitalized for suicidal ideation, and when I see somebody going through that and thinking about putting a belt around their neck, and I see the fallout from it, and like I know that that's like the only thing that keeps me from doing it. The amount of times that like I've been on that edge, and thinking about it, the number one thing that I think about is like the people that I love and how I would make them feel if I actually went through with it. And that shit just when I see Allie fucking, like breaking her posters and fucking talking with Jack's brother and shit, like I see Kate, and I see my mom's face, and I see you, and I see fucking the people that I love, and it's fucking I don't know, man. It's like I said, it fucking really hits home, and I don't know, man. Like just like shit like this helps.
Art's important, man.
It just it puts things in perspective, and like knowing the fallout from it, and being able to, like you were just talking about that moment of Jack being able to like be in that moment on that edge, and coming back from it,
mm-hmm.
And trying to make that decision, like finding whatever you can in order to like pull yourself out from that, and it's like the reason why it hits so hard is because like I've been there. I've been there. But that's the reason why I wanted to do this spoiler episode. I fucking really like this movie. Everybody should really go watch it, even if we've already spoiled it for you. It's an incredible movie.
Like even knowing the things that happen won't
it's not going to
dampen the experience.
This is a spoiler episode, but trust me, like this movie cannot be spoiled.
Yeah.
It's incredible art, and you're going to enjoy it, whether or not you know what is happening in the movie. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say about it.
Hey, I love you.
I love you too, bro. That's you.
Hey, can I tell you just like one negative thing that I thought of?
What's that? Yeah, what are some cons about the movie? Give it to me.
So you brought up the sort of the struggle of Allie dealing with selling out, essentially. Mm-hmm. I felt like she did.
Yeah.
And she never dealt with it or had any recompense for it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
She was nothing but rewarded for it, except, she was rewarded financially and successfully, not in her personal life.
There was no arc there as far as her character, and I thought that was the weakest part of the movie.
Yeah, I was surprised that she didn't have any moments dealing with that.
Like before Jack's suicide, like I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna end up being like an okay movie for me. And because of a lot of that stuff, you see her in the dance studio and she's dyeing her hair red and all this stuff with her. It was like
wild.
bright orange.
Yeah,
right?
it's orange.
There was no arc there. They didn't really finish that, which I agree.
But it's kind of like an interesting case study on storytelling. Like, yes, they didn't finish that arc of the story, but the story reflects real life, where sometimes your life gets interrupted by the things that happen with the people around you. So it's kind of an interesting take on it. Like, I'm disappointed we didn't see a scene where she deals with that. But at the same time, I understand from the perspective of where the story went, why we didn't. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's probably the only one, though, that I can...
Do you feel like it bothered her?
I think deep down it did.
Yeah.
For sure. Because if it didn't, I don't think she would have gotten as mad at him as she did in the bathtub. When he called her ugly.
Yeah.
He improv that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Got a rise out of her.
See, that's one of those things that, I feel like Bradley Cooper was like, I'm going to say this in this bathtub scene, and I'm not going to tell her that I say it.
Because he wanted to get that real reaction out of her. She got real mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read a bunch of stuff about, how deeply Lady Gaga dove into the making of this movie and the character. And she was literally, they were doing things on her tour as Lady Gaga where they would film scenes, to get crowds.
Yeah.
So they literally did things at Lady Gaga concerts where the whole crowd would chant Allie, so they could get the audience reaction for the movie, and all these things. And she just did so much with that through the span of a year or two of really trying to dive in and become a better actor and really, really connecting with the character. And she was so involved personally and mentally into it that she kind of fell in love with Jack as well. And they filmed his suicide scene on the final day. And she was there because she wanted to be there for Bradley Cooper during the scene to support him. And she just couldn't handle herself that day. And apparently she just left him like a bunch of roses with a note, and she left. And she wrote him a note where she was like, I can't experience this. I can't be here. And she left because she was so connected to the story and the characters. And I think that really comes through with the performances. Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga are both amazing in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think Sam Rockwell.
Was there a cameo by Sam Rockwell?
Sam Rockwell is always on my mind.
Is Sam Rockwell actually playing Dave Chappelle? Is that how good Sam Rockwell is?
Sam Elliott. I think Sam Elliott's also very good.
Yeah.
Yo, apparently there's a scene where Dave Chappelle's playing drums and they cut it. He's a drummer.
Does he know how to play drums in real life?
I don't know.
I
have no idea.
That's pretty. I thought there was a cool wrinkle as far as the casting, the fact that they had fucking Eddie Griffin and Dave Chappelle.
Dude, give me more.
I didn't think Andrew Dice Clay was going to be in it.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
Give me more Dave Chappelle in wise friend roles.
Yeah, he can fucking.
Oh my God.
Just give him in fucking just.
Give him more serious acting role. Jeez. He's so good.
I like Dice too.
He's really good.
Dice, I think before he did stand up, actually wanted to become an actor.
Okay.
That was his thing.
In the beginning of the movie, he was just kind of like, he's the fun dad. He's funny.
Yeah.
He keeps talking about Sinatra. He's always playing Frank Sinatra.
We're talking about Dice.
Andrew Dice Clay's character, yeah. By the end, when you see his reaction to Bradley Cooper and the whole Grammy fiasco, and then he's really
What the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah, he's like really going in a
How
different.
the fuck did you do that to my daughter?
Yeah, like he goes in. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. Ooh. Movie's very good. Movie's very good.
A Star is Born. Watch it.
Watch it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
He's Chris. I'm Kyle, and we out.
We out. Stay weird.